Hello, 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 beautiful people. Where we left off was, we left seeing a three-eyed werewolf kill the main character because the character, even though hearing the girl say 4 times in his head to stay in the goddamn shithouse, he chose to leave. And now he is narrating his own death. And so apparently, people described him as a zombie, a Japanese zombie. They slashed him, apparently, as per this blood splatter. And we're figuring out what's coming next. Raging Loop. Unveiled arrival. Oh, now I obtain key 2. Well, now I know if I ever repeat the story, I can take an alternate path. At least I unlocked the key. Bad ending number 2. It's not my fault. I did not choose that ending. That was all them. Watch the hint corner? What the fuck is the hint corner? Why are they doing this to me? Oh, right, it's the fucking Nicotine Addicted shit. Hey there, you done it now, eh? Chief. Me? Don't mind me, I'm just an insignificant space character. You can call me Chief. This is a space between dreams. That guy's playing a Persona game. That bastard Haraki, she can't see it, so feel free to kick back and relax. That said, you can't stay too long. I'm busy, so let's get down to business. As you'd expect in the pink corner, you could use some help dead fast for your times of need. First, let's get all the game explanations out of the way. Oh god, please don't get concise. Well, I did say you've done it now, just before you were actually fated to write it from the start. I mean, you only had one choice, right? There should have been one below it. I had a lock mark next to it, and you couldn't pick it. Oh, but just so you know, redoing Shimi Serizawa's idiotic quiz is pointless. None of those choices will change a thing. I think it was explained to you back in the tutorial, but let's review structure. Oh no. Alright, I might just skip this. As you just experienced for yourself, you will definitely die in the original loop. Yeah, why is that? Because many choices are locked, and you'll need keys to unlock them. And I guess the only way you get keys is through your death. These keys are spread throughout the story. You'll need to die to obtain most of them. That's why death is unlucky. I see. It seems Haraki precisely can obtain his memories for the next time, even if he dies. This is a system to replicate that. So here's my first piece of advice to you. If you get stuck, try dying. That's not like an excellent advice to anything. There are many keys lying with the story's many bad endings. You can also obtain keys from some surprising outcomes. Of course, it's possible to get all the keys and finish the game without seeing all the bad endings, but I'll leave that up to your next step. As for bad ending number 2, also known as Toilet Man's End of Bad End, you need key 2 to avoid it. But that won't be a problem for next time. Did you not notice? You already received obtained key 2. I cannot talk. By dying. Alright, this all makes sense, but basically now knows the experience will die if he goes out at night. And that's what makes a new choice possible. Okay, so the new choice is based like, oh shit, I remember I went that one day. We cannot do that. You'll find more bad endings that will force you to play through first in the future, so keep that in mind. Other times, you can keep on going onwards for a long time without finding a key. Whenever you get a key, it's displayed with large red letters. Yep. So I will be sent back to the starting point. In other words, you can see at the start of doing things. You can reread everything from the start if you like, but you're going to die dozens of times from now on, so maybe it's time to reach. Once you get a good situation, use the scenario chart to jump ahead. You can jump to any scenes right before, whenever, and wherever you want. It's really handy. For example, you can open the menu, press the chart button, and go to question, follow the screen, and just even right now. Use the scenario loop, blah blah blah, and gently discuss the end of the so-called prologue is over. If you pick the choice that was enough this time, the game's first minute after Yomi will be done. Good luck. close, look to the right side, you should see the number. Here's the right side. You won't be getting the number 1 for a long time. You didn't miss anything, so relax. Just return to your heart's content. Okay. Gah, that took a while and I'm busy. And that's enough for this time. Die another hearty death next time. Will do, good sheep. Will do. Guess it was just a dream, right? What the fuck is this? Do better next time. 1 sheep, 2 sheep. Is that a wolf in sheep's clothing? Did I get the joke? Watch the sheep be the wolf. Watch the sheep be the wolf. And this is the beginning of the story. So let's click the chart. Let's see, we can look at number 1. But I needed key number 4 to get there, and I don't have key number 4. Let's go to number 2. I don't have key number 20. I do not have keys number 3, 8, 19, or 20. But I do have key number 2. Suddenly, I heard a scream in the distance. I love the skull. They're like, yeah, don't choose this one. So let me do the smart thing for once and keep still. What was that? It sounded like someone's life was in danger. It meant something dangerous was nearby. Wait, it couldn't be rash. The world didn't have many things that logic couldn't explain, like the existence of murderers. But until I saw the source of the scream myself, it was nothing but a source of fear. For the 5th time, get in there, lock yourself in, stay inside the whole night, and don't make a sound. I reached to open the door, but something stayed in my hand. It was my promise to Jimmy, the one that I didn't give a fuck about before. But that scream just now was very real. It wasn't normal. I had to assume the situation was dangerous, and maybe I could help if I went out, but that meant endangering myself. I was no saint, and I had no plans to rectify that. Probably the realest thing you ever said. If there was something that could get me to walk out, it would be curiosity. My curiosity had won over many dangers thus far, but right now it was weaker than fear and risk of death. Why? Because I already knew. Oh, and that's where he has his memories. Shit, what were that? What the hell were these memories? It wasn't a premonition, a dream, or anything else that big. My brain recognized it as something I'd experienced. But how? After all, it's like I'm in a video game. I was still alive, and the time from those memories had yet to come. Was I pre-cut or something? By God, I swear I never experienced anything like this before coming here. And why did the memory come back to me at this particular moment, like in a video game? Regardless, that overwhelming fear and the pain and death that followed were exactly what waited for me if I opened the door. I couldn't feel more certain than the thoughts running me, unable to move, immobile. I stood still, completely certain that I lost my chance to leave. I wasn't childish enough to sneer at selfish decisions, but this still didn't feel good. Not to mention, I was upset at myself for not being able to act like me and just run out simply because I was curious. I didn't even feel safe. Until that moment. Ooh, vibrations. Suddenly, the door began to shake. This place had a handle on the outside, and someone was pulling on it hard. There was a lock, sure, but there was only so much it could take before it broke. I prepared to pull on it from inside, but... Get in there, lock yourself, stay inside the whole night, and don't make a sound. Again. What would happen if I did? Whatever was outside would instantly know I was here. Even if I protected the door, the thing had lots of other ways of hurting me. But what if it didn't know about me and was just weirded out by this randomly locked toilet? What if I didn't show a hint of fear to what it was doing? Would it just leave? I chose to just wait and see. Ooh, the vibrations. Once again, someone pulled the door, shaking the structure as a whole. I gulped down a scream and focused on the lock. If it broke, it'd be over for me. Over As in, I'd be dead. That was what that memory told me. I was powerless back then, and even more so now. Assuming I tried to fight back, what would work? I'd heard that teeth were the hardest part of the human body, so maybe I can bound to death. Yeah, I'd tear whatever it was apart with my teeth. I was the wolf. I'd bite it to death. I'd gather my wits and killing intent, grinding my teeth. I glared at the door. How long had it been? The sounds suddenly stopped. For all I knew, it might have been a ploy to make me drop my guard. I'd slowly count to 500. If nothing happened in that time, I'd assume it went away. There were no screams or attacks after that. But the silence around me improved my perception, and I heard strange noises every now and then. Breathing, growling, claws on the ground. Basically, I felt a beastly presence. So that thing actually existed here? Was it what the mist brought here from Saranaga? The wolf is coming. Did they all know about this? Shit, I couldn't learn anything in a place like this. Haha, I get it, because it's an outhouse, so shit. And not knowing things scared me. Trusting my prescience, or deja vu, or whatever it was, I chose to just stay quiet and wait. I'd find out everything tomorrow. I just had to make it through the night and then talk to Jenny. And if it was something I couldn't solve, I just ran away. Thankfully, my bike repairs were going well, but I'd be leaving even if it didn't work. I'd walk to Kamifujiyoshi if I had to. Unlike Yasumizu, they might have had reliable means of transport. For now, I just had to stay awake and make it through the night. May 13th, a Tuesday. I never liked seeing night gradually turn brighter as morning arrives. Okay? It always made me feel like shit. Like I'd just done something harmful, both for my body and as a human being in general. I found it natural to spend the night asleep and woke in the morning with a rested with a smile. So you see, he's not really a graduate student. If he's talking about how much sleep he's getting as a graduate student, you know that's really BS. I found it natural to spend the night asleep, well rested. Hell no. I never expected to feel so much gratitude for the morning light leaking through the door of an outhouse. It felt like the beasts had been out and about the night. Naturally, the high humidity would have made my clothes all wet and sticky. It was unpleasant. Even trying to move them and make it more comfortable for myself felt like a matter of life and death. Also, Edgar, if you're there, let me know from your updates, bro. Maybe it was a good thing. But hell, it was exhausting me more ways than one. When I heard Jimmy shout, "Haruaki-san!" in the distance, I was so overcome with relief I almost fell to my knees. If this turned out to be a trick, and I opened the door to see some wolf in a chewed collar and its mouth lunging from my throat, I'd just give up and let it have me at this point, honestly saying. With that in mind, I opened the door. I expected to see the same picturesque village I'd seen yesterday. So what I actually saw shocked me pretty hard. What the hell was up with this thick mist? I couldn't see shit. It was like the entire area was consumed by it. Did something line every edge of this place with dry ice or something? Haruaki-san! I could hear Jimmy, but not see her. Jimmy-chan, I'm right here. Why am I getting this? Haruaki-san, what a relief! I heard a wet sound and finally saw a silhouette within the mist. Are you okay? I'm stuck in the field. I walked up and saw exactly what I expected. A girl struggling to free one of her legs stuck deep in the paddy field. I see. Well, good luck. I'm not going to bring up the wolf when I'm almost being killed, but, I'm going to just be a little bit sassy here. Hey, Help me out. Oh, you can't do it yourself? Take my hand then. And out you go. Wah. I tugged her hand and braced my legs. That was enough to help her, but she lost her balance and... Whoa, safe. Headlock. This is a wrestling move. We're actually pulling it off. Despite how close we were now, this wasn't the least bit romantic. Anyway, I'm glad you're okay. Flashback to me getting killed. I definitely remember a time where I was far from over it though. Yeah, I guess I am. I had no idea what that was about, so I didn't see any reason to mention it. I did feel like there was some beast outside. Chiana's expression immediately darkened. She clearly knew what I was referring to. I have lots of questions, but right now I'm more interested in the scream I heard than anything else. That was... Huh? You know what I mean? She fell silent, clearly uncomfortable. It was pretty ominous. This way, no point delaying the inevitable. Jade gave me her hand. I took it, but I didn't feel the least bit excited about this. She led me down the path to the school dorms. Oh, Fusaishi-san, you're okay. Congrats on surviving, Toilet Man. Thank you, little Mochi. Thanks, warm futon man. You're okay too. Huh? Wait, where's Haru-chan? Did she... Oh, she's fine. She suffered quite a shock, so she's taken a while to get dressed. I see. So, the rest of you already got a move on? How did you even handle being in there anyway? Were you asleep? As if I could. I had no idea when I could get out. So I just waited until I heard Chami-chan's voice. Huh? You're awake? Yasunaga made it sound like that was weird, being awake in a shithouse all day instead of just trying to knock out. Maybe a little bit. You try sleeping in there, guy. You can't sit, much less lie down. No, that's not what I see. I really hate it when people just trail off like that. It makes me want to be curious. It makes me way too curious. Why are you here anyway? Waiting for Haru-chan and keeping a lookout. We're not letting anyone near the scene until the situation is clear. Scene? So someone actually... Wanna see? It's a good way to test your stomach. Mochi, don't mess around with that. Yeah, I do. The invisible and unknown were way scarier than anything else. Not to mention I could already smell something foul. I lightly moved them aside and walked up the so-called scene. Well then, there was a corpse. It was in such a horrible state it was hard to recognize it as human. I imagine this was what would have gone if you overturned a butcher's cart. This was how thoroughly the victim was disassembled. Also, the butcher would have had to deal in entrails. Enough of that comparison. Straining my eyes so with the thickness, I could actually make out some human parts from the vast scene. Hands, torn clothing, and the shoulder bar. How professional! She kept hold of her interviewing tools even while running for her life. Didn't do odds of her survival any favors though. So this was the journalist who had tasted exquisite food. So that's kind of an asshole thing to say. Despite the body's state, it was hard to tell that the victim was Hisako Mamiya, the small-time food journalist. That thing, did it come to me once it was done murdering her? This is awful. Yep. Are you alright? Feel nauseous or anything? Chen was standing a short distance away, looking at nothing in particular. I got nothing to puke, and well, I'm used to this. Is that what you were studying in college? Well, I guess you can say that. Huh? Seriously? So you can do autopsies and stuff? When asked if they study medicine, I guess you can say that is what students from similar departments say to me from such a report. But I did see a few pathology analyses. Okay. I crouched down and put my hands together. Then, grimacing at the heroin reeking blood and especially digested food, I brought my face closer. Took a good smoke. Looked at her. You know the drill. Perhaps I could learn something from this. I could, even if it was a lunch. But she had furnished that. The corpse wasn't split into pieces. The limbs were still connected, but they were folded in an unnatural way and looked really flattened. They were either crushed or bent, with no regard to bones or muscle position. Then her whole body had been torn apart. The innards were particularly badly damaged. The words "wolf down" felt like the best way to put it, because I gotta be punny here. I found it hard to describe. This wasn't my job, so there wasn't much I could tell about it without touching it. This is way beyond anything I've ever seen before. I could barely tell what happened here. Thank you for taking the time to share that comment. That was such an insightful comment by host people. I had an urge to add that this seemed inhuman, but I kept myself from saying that. Anyways, we should call the police. Leave it to the pros. Well, that looks like a no. I said something any good citizen would, but for some reason, they didn't seem to agree. Hello, Aki-san. The police won't come. Why wouldn't they? I mean, someone died. They won't. Then let's evacuate. That's not how it works. Why? We have my bike and their van. Anyway, with Fusashi-san, we now have all the survivors, so let's go to the dining hall. We'll wait for Haru-chan. Yeah, you do that. Let's go, Haruaki-san. Can I get an explanation, por favor? Sorry, but I'm not in the mood for explanations. Figure it out for yourself. It was the first time Chia had acted so harsh with me. I was pretty irritated myself, but it must have been worse for them. They actually had info on what was happening here. Sorry, that was insensitive of me. He backed down to the pump. Chiemi said nothing more and just silently walked off. I followed after her. When we reached the plaza, I instantly understood what she said about evacuating. The bike and the van were both completely destroyed. The latter was in a particularly bad state. The front window was broken, all four tires were flat, etc., etc. You know, I'm just too busy to describe it all. But my bike was on its side, its front fork was broken, and well, it was basically scrap metal now. Fuck. There was a rock right next to it. Guess we had a weapon. And there were more remains inside the land. It looked like an enormous mountain of flesh. Is this the photographer? That? Don't you feel guilty? If I didn't know about Yudai Hashimotoshi, I'd have assumed that there were 2 or 3 corpses here. Okay, did you really need to say that though? Like, did you really need to add that sentence in? I felt like, what was the point? Hashimoto-san? Chiemi slowly nodded. I now knew we'd lost not only 2 lives, but any means of transportation as well. Look there. She pointed at a wooden electrical pole. The line was dangling, torn apart with no hope of repair. The other power lines are fine, but the dining halls was destroyed along with the telephone line. We can't contact the outside. And she disappeared like a ghost. I took out my own phone. It worked, but the battery was almost dead, and like before, it was out of range. The situation had become even harsher than before. It could have easily been avoided when I had access to the phone and could have just simply paid the money to get the car people out, but I chose not to. Look, here too. Chiemi walked a few steps away. I followed after. There was a large boulder. It was tall enough to reach an average roof, and there were drawings on it. A crimson symbol of some sort. What did it represent? At first, it looked like an incoherent mess of lines. However, I soon realized that there was a pattern. It felt like the calling card of some street gang. From what I could tell, the basis was a warped diamond shape with a spiral inside. There were 2 of them. There seemed to be drawn in blood, but that wasn't nearly as disturbing as the... Really? You feel like the shape is more disturbing than it's made out of blood? I have questions. 2 wolves have snuck into the village. We have to fight. Chiema made a quiet declaration. Apparently, the settlement had been invaded by something malicious, and it was intelligent enough to rid it of all means of escape or contacting help. I could understand that much, but it didn't make sense to me. This wasn't some isolated island. There was the cliff, sure, but you could still go down Saramanga or go to Kamifujiyoshi. I'd ask about that the next time I had a chance, even though I had the chance right now. Sorry. Sorry I got mad. It must be hard for me too. Don't worry about that. I'm just an outsider. Don't say that. Oh, poor choice of words on my part. I mean, I'm an outsider who doesn't know the rules, so I'll just silently watch for the time. I'm tired, but I think I'm less shaken by this than most people, so I figured to express to it stays because, just sauteed 2 dead bodies. I imagine even the elders here are more bothered by this. Hiraki-san? Are you really just some university graduate? What else could I be? The wolf? I don't know. You seem way too calm about this. Like, you're used to situations like this. Did he kill his girlfriend? My nerves are pretty messed up, I guess. The small dining hall was jam-packed with people. You survived. Good morning. Though I guess it's not very good considering what's going on. I'm sorry. I didn't prepare enough tea. I like how that's her parties. Oh, it's okay. You did it, didn't you? The younger Oribe boy menaced me. I didn't know that was a word, menaced. No, I didn't. How'd you think that? Shut it. Where the hell do you get off stringing like that? Stop it, Yoshibo. You're the one who needs to shut it. The hell? You're the one who said this bastard's shady. Ooh, the drama's coming out. Man, I hadn't expected to be treated this badly. I'm saying this ain't a matter for a brat like you, and you're bothering Haru-san, right? Takumi-san, please calm down. Let's keep it peaceful. It's fine. We'll talk it out. Thus I offer homage to Shinai, the Almighty, so peace may come to us. Thus I offer homage to Shinai, the Almighty, so peace may come to us. You know what, old lady? You keep on doing your chants. Stop, Teba. That's a bad omen. Where's the key to the meeting hall? I gave it to Uematsu-sama too, maybe 3 days ago. Said she'd fix the podium. Well, Missy? I'll go and get it. She's like, chill. That was the woman. So she wasn't just an illusion, even though I saw her 3 times. Uematsu-sama was her name. I thought our eyes met for a second, but she just walked by me. Hey. Michael-chan, wait here for a moment. That girl was here too. Brando is Jonosuke, Nasotashi, clearly irritated by something that we didn't like. And there's the old man who cried wolf. And not too far away was, again, the old man who cried. Just like yesterday, it was hard to tell what he was looking at, let alone thinking. Staring into his deep eyes. They were the only ones sitting, by the way. The others were all just idly standing around. Mom, everyone, we're back. Come in, Haru-chan. Okay. The 3 students were here. With them, the settlement's entire population had gathered. As for the outsiders, the journalists were dead, while I and the mysterious girl had survived. I didn't know the circumstances, but they probably had their reasons to be suspicious of me. Suddenly, Chammy did something unexpected. Rikako-san, can't you wait a moment? She stopped the girl who was about to go out to get some key. Each villager seemed to call her differently, so I don't know what to call myself. This is Haruaki. Hey, Edgar, you're back. He crashed his bike and I met him, so I know. Oh, hello. An introduction? Now? Why? Why is she introducing me to someone that she knows that I just met? At least according to her perspective. Who knows? This is Rikako Uematsu-san. Uematsu is made of the kanji for spin and end. Pretty rare, right? Well, she's the current head of the Uematsu household, one of the chief families from Kami Fujiyoshi. Tell me these ain't some tongue twisters. I'm Rikako Uematsu. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Oh. So she was like a local celebrity, huh? What, you jealous with? Like Kyonosuke's Shi's Nosato family? And that's Maiko-chan. We only call her that because we don't know her real name. So we call her the Bastard Child. Hi, Bastard Child. How you doing? Hello there. Nice to meet you. The girl they called Bastard Child trembled a bit. Oh my. Whoa. Sprinted through the crowd to hide behind Rikako Uematsu. So what do you want to say, Jamie? I suggest not inviting Haruaki Fusaishi-san to the feast. I don't like him. I felt a wave of perplexion go through the room. Gee, that ain't how it works. The feast is there to help us decide if he's shady or not, right? Their expressions were stern, and their words harsh. No, I'm saying he doesn't even have the right to participate in the feast. The hell you talking about? He's the shadiest of us all. Yoshi-kun, did you prepare for the feast? Yeah, I did. Who didn't? How was I supposed to react? No one was raising their hands, but I had no idea what they were talking about. Me? Probably. I don't even know what that entails. The other two who didn't prepare for the feast were taken by depression. However, Haruaki-san wasn't. I think that Kami-sama ignored him. Kami-sama? As in, sama? Why the reference? What is she even talking about? He's from Saruman, sure, but he clearly just passed by. In fact, I think he'd get in the way of the feast. No, for all we know, forcing him into the feast would just make the Kami-sama mad. What do you think, Ba-chan? Did you really survive without preparation? Why does she make that face? That face terrifies me the most. What was I supposed to do? Purify, shelter, dream? Basically, bend your body, lock up in a single bed, and let yourself and wait for dawn while asleep. So I was awake. Technically, I was in the building. I didn't cleanse my body because I was full of shit. I didn't then. I was in the outhouse by myself. That's it. I didn't bathe and spend the whole night awake. The place got noisy. They probably didn't expect us. That's right. This never happened before. Jason sounded genuinely pleasant. What do you think, Rikako-san? Okay, anyways, I had no idea what kind of dynamics were at work here, but Chamie asked for Rikako Uematsu's opinion. I consented to his. If our great lord Shinai chose to spare him, he must be exempt from the rules of the mountain. Her words created even more commotion. So, there. Chamie, you know what you're doing, right? If we remove him, yeah, we won't have to waste our hanging for the day. Old man, what do you think? Okay, it was roundabout, and once again, the one to make the conqueror was council of the Shinish. He won't manifest. Oh man. But they're directly at me through and brought from God. Seeing him from up close, I realized just how big and bright he was. It was pretty typical of some living place like that, but it felt out of place for some of his age. There's no old people. expression display both in your strength to match physique and a crown. If the law of the mountain don't work on you, it'll be our rules to follow. If you don't, I'll shoot you. I think this is a good place to end, with the threat of me being shot. So, thank you for watching the video. Thank you for being here. Let's end it.